Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a while, but I have to put work first, family first, all those kind of things. So I haven't been able to do a lot with the Mach 1. Yeah, it's just been a lot. The house is finally up for sale. It's gone up this week, so I'm really pleased and excited because when that sells, it's going to give me the opportunity then to go and buy one or two more cars to add to the stable, and also when I move to hopefully get a garage which is a little bit better than the one behind me. It's fine, but I want a little bit more space. So it's going to give me the opportunity to do all that good stuff and bring some more videos. The next car that I buy will be a classic, and I'm looking forward to working on that because I'll finally get my hands dirty, because I can't really do a lot to this for guarantees and all sorts of reasons. I've done pretty much as I can to it. I can fiddle around with it, but that's about it really. You know, I was going to do some videos of some of the road trips I've done, but honestly, based on the viewing figures, I don't think you guys are too interested in the road trips I do. It's more about the car, and obviously with the fact that I can't, because of the guarantees with Ford and the limits I've got in Spain, which are really strict, I can't really do too much to it. I can, and then I'll lose a guarantee. You know, I could put a supercharger on it, but then I've got no guarantee. So, you know, it depends what's important to you. At this point in time, I'm not going to go that route with the Mach 1, but got some good stuff coming up hopefully in the near future with more cars, okay? But for now, I've got something that might interest you to do with induction. So if you're familiar with the other videos I've done, you know that I've changed the induction system on this. I've got cold air induction straight from the front. I've created a snorkel to go straight through. I've formed a snorkel inside the front, and that connects up to the tube which runs underneath here, straight into the airbox and then straight into the intake manifold. I've also got I've created a lid for the airbox to stop the hot air from the engine getting into this airbox, which it does. I didn't realise, but Air Raid make two types of filter, and I bought this without knowing, and this is one that uses an oil spray on it and you have to clean it. It's not what I wanted. It's lost all its colour. I'm going to get rid of this one. I've got a brand new one here which doesn't use oil. It's just a standard filter, high flow, and I'm going to swap that over. So on the European Mustangs Mach 1, I'm not sure about the GTs, on the Mach 1 with this air intake setup, in the States you have a carbon trap filter in this tube, and there's like a snorkel that fits inside that, a tube that fits inside. We don't have that in Europe, okay? There's nothing inside this at all, it's just an open tube. But what we do have is a PPF filter in line where the catalytic converters are, and that is connected to the computer on the car. You can't take it out. If you take it out, it causes all kinds of problems with the car. So you get warning lights coming up and all sorts. So I'm fixed with what I've got here, but as there isn't that tube inside there, and I know that people have said when you take the carbon trap filter out, you can't remove that tube because it can bring up a warning light on the engine. Well, we don't have that. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, if I don't have that tube, then it may be, just to squeeze a few more horsepower out of it, maybe a possibility of changing the throttle body either to an 87mm ported version or a 90mm ported version. Because this is all open, for some reason there'll be a different type of setup on the computer to the ones in the States where you do get a problem if you take that tube out. Okay guys, so you can see this is the view straight into the intake tube with a mass airflow sensor, and you can see there's no internal tube in that at all. There's nothing put inside there, so that's straight into the intake manifold. So I'm hoping that's why I'll be able to change the throttle body, because I've got there's no air restriction at all to this. So I'm hoping the settings, like I said, are different on this European model of the Mach 1 to the US version. I haven't seen anybody else with a Mach 1 that I know of change that throttle body, and I don't know if it makes a big difference or not. I'd love to find out. It's something I'm exploring at the moment. Solar Performance do one, well they do two, 87 and 90. I'm just trying to work with Ford to see if they'll let me change it or not, because it really is a very easy change, and it's not actually changing anything mechanically on the engine, it's just changing the throttle body, which is off the intake manifold. that does come off, 100%, I'm going to get one. I'm going to change it. So I'd love to know how that feels on the Mach, the European Mach one, with this air intake setup. Just as another way of trying to increase the horsepower a little bit without, and keeping it naturally aspirated, you know, without having to put on superchargers and stuff, which I'm going to just lose my guarantee it's going to be gone, you know. If any of you guys have swapped out on a Mach 1 to either a ported 87 or 90mm throttle body, please pop that down in the comments, can you? I'd love to hear from you and find out and see what your reaction was to it, how the car performed. Did it make a big difference? Didn't it? Did you have any problems with it? Okay guys, that just about wraps it up for today. So airbox covers on, air filter in, and we're all good to go. I'm going to take this for a quick spin, check it out, make sure everything's okay. But if anybody's got any info on the throttle bodies, hit me up. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching guys. Catch you soon.